Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, March 1st, 2024. Let's find out what's going on the Forex economic calendar today. So I got only medium and very important data on my calendar. So you can see that overnight the most important data were from China in form of the manufacturing PMI that was released in line with the expectations, non-manufacturing PMI that beats the expectations of 50.9 with the 51.4 number, Chinese composite PMI data, and Caixin manufacturing PMI data as well. So big data from the China might have some impact on the especially indices of the financial markets worldwide. Now we are waiting for the nationwide API, and that's it at 8 o'clock from the UK. 30 minutes later we have the data from the Switzerland retail sales. Then we have the data from the Germany manufacturing PMI data from the Germany is scheduled for release 5 to 10, and Eurozone manufacturing PMI is scheduled for release at 10 o'clock. The manufacturing data from the UK is scheduled for release at 10:30. CPI data, one of the most important data for today, from the Eurozone as well, is scheduled for release at 11 o'clock together with the unemployment rate and the core CPI. Please notice that the CPI data is expected to decrease from 2.8% to 2.5%. More data from the UK at 3 o'clock. Bank of England MPC member Peer will give a speech. Then we have just the bunch of the data from the USA. Quarter to 3. Global ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing employment. Then at 4 o'clock, ISM manufacturing PMI data, one of the most important data releases during the New York session. Manufacturing prices, Michigan customer expectations and customer sentiment at 4 o'clock. Then we have the Fed Wheeler speech at quarter past 6 we got the speak from the Bostic. Then at 7 o'clock we got the US bulk Hughes oil rig count and total rig count. At the 7 o'clock we got the Atlanta Fed GDP now, and then we got the 50 minutes later we got the FOMC member Daly to give a speech. So plenty data releases during the early New York session, some data releases during the let's say London session, and Chinese data overnight. Well, it looks like there will be a busy day ahead of us. So let's take a look at the euro dollar first. According to our scenario, the euro dollar should go lower towards the demand zone. As you can see, it was tested beautifully at the level of 1.0796. Then slight bounce happened. So this part of the scenario is done very well. Now we are waiting for the second part of the scenario to take place, and of course we can expect the demand zone to be violated and the market to go lower towards the lows of 1.0733. So that's our outlook for today. Please remember that the release of the economic data, economic indicators might get on the way of the scenario, so the volatility might be completely different than we expected. Nevertheless, the plan is that the market is going lower. Bearish engulfing pattern and big reversal candle was made here, so I'm just moving my my labels here, and we got some kind of a bounce from this level 1.0797. So please pay attention to this level. This is the most important level for the euro dollar. Right now we might see some kind of a bounces higher. Upside is limited to the 150 periods moving average. Then we have the technical resistance at 1.0857 and 1.0867, even before we will hit the supply zone. The supply zone is still active. The supply zone is still the key level in the short term for the bears. That was the euro dollar. Let's find out what's going on the Australian dollar due to the Chinese data. So for our chart of the Australian dollar, the recent movement to the downside has been very, very deep, because we retrace at least 61% of the last wave to the upside, right? So let me just place the trend line here. Trend line should be placed like this, and we can see straight on that this trend line is being tested, and the market recognized this trend line, which is good, because we can see the rejections from the trend line, and the last one was made at the level of 6,534. 50 periods moving average was rejected as well. 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour chart, well, almost was hit as well. The point is that it looks like we are going lower. The key technical support is 6,445. That technical support might be hit very, very soon. The local technical support right now is located at 6,491. So we can see this level to be tested soon. The market is under the bearish pressure. Momentum is negative. Momentum is weak. The bulls are trying to break above the level of 50, above the neutral level. Nevertheless, there is still some room to the level of 50. There is a technical resistance above the local resistance above the trend line. Yeah, a trend line is acting as a technical resistance, so it doesn't actually look good for the bulls. The point is that the market should move lower soon enough. Let me just place my arrow here. So from this area here, we should go straight on to the last swing low. So that's the outlook for the Australian dollar. Let's see if we got data from the USA. So possibly the US dollar to the Japanese yen might be onto something. For our chart of the US dollar to the Japanese yen, doesn't actually shows any kind of improvement here. We got very nice rebound from the lows at 149.22. So there is a very big pin bar made here, and then we broke back above the 100 periods moving average, and now the market is approaching the 50 periods moving average, roughly around 150 and 53. So this outlook still remains kind of a neutral. Even the momentum returned roughly above the level of 50. Now it's hovering around the level of 50 from the upside. So the outlook remains slightly bullish. However, this break here, this consolidation, this partial distribution here is taking place, is still taking place, and it's taking place too long. So please remember that any movement to the downside might break our bullish scenario, but any breakout higher above 150.89 will eventually confirm our bullish scenario with another swing high, because the general outlook for the US dollar to the Japanese yen is bullish because of the uptrend in the background. So what else can we say about this situation on the markets? S&P 500 is getting close to the yesterday's high. No, this is the high from the Monday. 5,110 is the all-time high on the S&P 500. Yesterday's session was very good. The market keeps moving higher, bounced from the level of 5,048 points. This is a very nice technical support for the bulls. If we zoom in, we can clearly see that the outlook remains bullish. The uptrend is still intact. There is no indication that this uptrend should be completed or terminated. So on the first day of the March, the bulls are in complete control of the market, approaching the all-time high on the S&P 500. And last but not least, let's talk about the Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? After hitting the level of 64,261, the market paused finally just a little bit. We got very big pin bar here. Then we got some kind of a rebound higher towards the level of 63,685. So this is still very nice level for the bulls, almost all-time high. Well, we still miss some ground before the all-time high will be hit, but with this kind of the momentum, no, there will be no problem to hit all-time high soon, roughly around $69,000. Recent movement to the downside from the yearly high to the, let's say, yearly low after the correction was minus 8%. So this is pretty solid local pullback. So the level of 59,007 will act as the temporary technical support, and only a sustained breakout below this level might be seen as a negative, or might be seen more bearish than bullish, because generally that breakout would eventually means that the level of 57,340 will be tested soon. So the outlook remains bullish, momentum is strong, is positive, coming off the extremely overbought conditions, but the market is not coming down that much, except the 8% of the pullback. We should see another let's say movement very, very soon. The next target for bulls is now on the chart, so you can see it from here. This is the all-time high. This is the all-time high for the Bitcoin, and this all-time high might be tested very, very soon after the consolidation here is completed. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.